Since Post Malone attained global stardom and fame, the White Iverson superstar has gone from this
People want to cyberbully me all the time, and when I'm drunk, I'm going to speak out on it.
to almost falling apart.
Drinking and sometimes...
A drastic change that saw many disliking the rapper for no reason. But loving fans all around the world couldn't help but show their concern for his health. However, on an appearance on the Howard Stern show, Post Malone would share with the world his depressing dark struggles to his fame. During the interview, he opened up about turning to booze to help cope with the pressures.
The new album, you said, deals with struggles of alcohol. Are you sober now?
No, sir. I
So-
am responsible now.
Going on, he stated how terrible his struggle with alcohol got to the point where he was always wasted on the floor.
It was to a really, really, really rough point. And I couldn't get up off the floor for weeks. And trying to hang in there and talking to people who weren't fucking there and trying to say, hey,
That
help
bad,
me
huh?
out. Could you help me up? You know?
Concerned for the rapper, the host Howard Stern asked how he got over it, to which Post Malone went on to explain how being surrounded by people who helped save him.
Did you ever get to the bottom of it? Did you get help with it?
No, sir. I never got help with it. I just have super beautiful people around me, and I met a really beautiful person that
A woman.
made me feel like a human being again. And
This is your
just not
girlfriend?
like a piece. Yes, sir.
Alongside his fiancée, Post Malone also credits Justine Bieber for helping him when times were tough. Ironically, though, Bieber was also the major influence on Post Malone getting his first ink tattoo in 2015. However, Post Malone facial ink obsession is perhaps his most unknown struggle with low self-esteem, which he shared in a 2020 interview article with GQ explaining, "I'm an ugly-ass motherfucker. Does maybe come from a place of insecurity to where I don't like how I look, so I'm going to put something cool on there so I can look at myself and say, you look cool, kid, and have a modicum of self-confidence when it comes to my appearance." Since then, Post Malone has inked on himself over 6 dozen tattoos. However, Post Malone would reveal what is perhaps his darkest struggle on his appearance on the Full Send podcast, when the pop rap rock star explained how he has a special zone where he goes to rip cigs, but did admit he feels like a piece of shit when he tears through multiple packets.
How many darts do you rip a day on average?
On a really terrible day.
Or on a good day?
Yeah, there's a very fine line
Yeah.
between a terrible day and a good day. 40, 45. By the
45.
time-
Previous tweet by Joe Rogan, who posted an image of 18 cigarettes, which Post Malone had run through on a 3-hour episode on his show, The Joe Rogan Experience, to which fans commented, "Guy's got to quit smoking. Damn, did he really chain smoke 17 cigs in one podcast? Jesus Post. This man's lungs probably look like coal right now. He's gonna kill himself with all the drinking and drugs, bro." Post Malone would go on to admit that the habit has messed up his voice, although he sees nothing worrisome about his smoking habits compared to the famous singer Johnny Cash, who smoked all his whole life.
You ever worried it's gonna fuck up your voice at all?
Yeah, it definitely has.
Yeah.
But I mean, Johnny Cash smoked his whole life. He sound cool.
Right.
You know?
No, everybody has their fun.
While Johnny Cash might have lived with drinking, smoking, and drugs, the singer died of heartburn, even after multiple heart surgeries. However, according to Post Malone, what was more worrying to him was his experience with weeds.
I used to smoke a lot of weed, and then one time I just got some wild stuff that I think was lace, and then ever since I haven't felt the
Just
fucking
tripped
same.
out.
And I talked to somebody about this recently too. It's like, it's almost like you're watching your life, but it's a movie. Like you're watching it happen. It's like, I don't remember who I was talking to, but it's called depersonalization or something. And I was like, you feel that way too? And I was like, oh shit. And I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just super strange, man.
So
Thank
what, you
for letting
felt
me
you
see
felt
that.
like
Dude, you're a legend. Thank
Gabe,
you
he's
so
not
much.
touching that fucking thing.
you felt like you felt
You
like
ain't
you were in a
touching that
movie when
fucking-
you smoked?
No,
I'm
no,
saying
just
the
like
game you
ever
used was
since
the game.
then, I felt like I'm
Game
not
you used was?
actually like living my life. Like living my life, I'm just watching it happen.
On Reddit, fans responded with their own personal experience with weed. "I had a similar experience back in 2012 after a summer of smoking weed most days. My life has never been the same since, and it's only now that I feel like I got a handle on my life again. For sure, I can say that weed nearly destroyed my life. Depersonalization ain't no joke. I don't smoke weed, but he describes how it felt for me as well. Everyone and everything around me felt so far away even if I was right next to them. Things happening around me felt like I was watching a point of view movie. Nothing felt real. This might explain the incident where Post Malone broke his ribs on during a tour when the White Iverson rapper tripped over on stage, bruising his ribs in the process. The show was paused for several minutes as the rapper was being examined by the medics, although he reassured fans that everything is good following the incident. Fame is a tough thing to cope with. At least on the track Paranoid from his Beer Bongs and Bentley's album, Post Malone establishes in his lyrics how he's worried, how he's struggling just to find his peace, and how he can't trust his soul like he's Snowden. The tracks dealing with deep inner turmoil provide the bulk of the album's emotional resonance. It's tough to listen to too many songs in a row about how being rich and famous is actually kind of sad without losing some empathy for that particular struggle. Just as in a GQ interview, Post Malone shared how he has always struggled emotionally. Middle school, I would cry myself to sleep every fucking day. High school, the same thing. I tried to drink some beers to get rid of that shit, but it just never goes away. And I don't think that's anybody's fault. It has to do with something predisposed in you. Despite all the struggle, Post Malone is arguably the most loving artist as he is endlessly having fun showing love to his fans. However, during his appearance on the latest episode of Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast, Post spoke about recent changes to his personal life.
I used to drink because I was sad. Now I drink for shows and because I'm happy. It's hard getting out there, and I get so shy and timid and shit. So I just drink a little bit to, I guess, cope with that and be able to get my liquid courage, literally.
The singer stated how welcoming his baby girl has changed him. I guess not being able to be here for my baby, which is a new fear. That's why I tried to slow down on drinking, to take better care of my body. In all, Post Malone revealed how music has saved him from a place of depression.
What did you do to pull yourself out of this depression that you're in?
It was music.
Music.
It was music took me out. Yes.
So the point is, music saved your life.
Very much so.
An experience that most fans can confirm with comments like, "I love him. You can't help but hear the emotion just pouring out in his voice when he sings. And I love that he is now pulling other people out of their depression with his music." Full circle. As someone who's dealt with anxiety and depression, this is so relatable. Love Posty. The incredible thing is that Post has likely helped to save so many lives through his music and sharing his own struggles. Nice little full circle situation. No doubt Post Malone's music has saved thousands of fans all over the world, and that's why we all love him so damn much.